Alright, YouTubers and Madden fans, this is Madden Money Shot, sniffing out the Madden cheese as always. I got some plays for you today out of my Patriots ebook. If you guys don't know, I did an entire breakdown of the New England Patriots defense, both on my Patreon and on my website. All of the information is below in the description if you guys want to check that out, if you like what you see here today. The second defense that I would do the most, it's really hard to say. I would either do the cover 3 show 2 or the cover 2. So I'll work my way back to the cover 3 show 2. The cover 2, I would run like this. I'm going to pick that random gun again. This is a scenario where I'm going to try to trick my opponent into thinking that I'm running the mid blitz one more time. It's not always going to work because there's no cornerback over there on Amendola, so it might give that away. But realistically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to blitz all. I'm going to hit R1 down the right stick. I can either do the blitzing way where I bluff blitz this guy and I cover the middle, which is the way that I put out before, or I can do it where I'm basically going to put Hightower here in a mid third, and then I'm going to put Flowers in like this. So this is just a straight up coverage defense, and I still have my option. If I bring down McCourty, a lot of times this will still confuse the offensive line and get free guys in. Now this puts me in a position where I have to cover that deep third, and I've gotten a lot of interceptions doing that, where people think that they have coverage there. I'll go ahead and I'll do it again like this. The computer might not be as stupid as opponents are, or user opponents, but realistically, you just have a lot more coverage. You know what I'm saying? This is for like third and longs if you want to run it like that. If you're trying to confuse your opponent into throwing interceptions, this is a really good way to do it. But if you still want pressure, like I said, this is a really good pressure package that you can do it something like this. Bring this guy in close like this. Will give you opportunities to get that other defensive end off. I don't know if that's going to work here based off the fact that the running back was over on that side. But either way, it was a run play. Like I said, out of all the defenses, if somebody's running the ball, I got to switch to mid blitz. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's going to run, this is not the defense for running, run stopping. So here we go. We got 5 wide. Like I said, I'm going to try to trick my opponent. You know, the computer's not the same way, but I'm going to try to trick my opponent into thinking it's a mid blitz. I can bring this guy down if I want to. It's really my option. I got to make sure I get back if I do. But realistically, you can also use the defensive ends. Here, like I said, we have, that's not exactly what I was expecting, but he didn't get anything. And I have my options to, hard flat these guys outside, whatever I want to do. I could also just send them all. You know what I'm saying? I could be really ballsy, send them all, and then, just do something kind of like this. I still have adequate coverage. I don't have to mid-third that one guy. But this will help me get a little bit more pressure. Why do they keep running that? That's so stupid. So, like I said, getting negative a yard. I would like a little bit more creativity out of the offense here, but whatever. So, and sometimes if I really think that my opponent is hearing footsteps and they're getting rid of the ball quick, I'll just leave those guys like that, and I'll just bring this guy in like this, and I'll catch him off guard a lot of times. Now this is probably going to be another fucking weird screen or something, but let's go ahead and let's do this. One time, let's do this, come on. And we get an inside zone. Like I said, this is not the best run defense. The mid blitz is the run defense out of this. And the mid blitz is what you're going to use 90% of the time if you're doing this correctly. I could do it like this too. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to send those guys. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple different ways you can do this, but this is really the variation you run off of the mid blitz. The mid blitz is going to be the most effective. It's going to create turnovers, and you're going to get negative yards out of it. And I don't know why those guys didn't cover the middle there, but realistically, the computer's not going to act the same way that that your opponent will. But like I said, if you still want pressure, I think the mid blitz is the best way to go. You can do it just like this. You should get pressure from that other defensive end, as long as that running back, is out on a pattern typically, which a lot of people will typically not have the running back blocking. But even if they're blocking, a lot of times you'll get, like here, he's on the opposite side. I should get pressure this time because the running back's on the opposite side of where the pressure's coming from. So right there, I mean, that's, that would have got in. If that was a pass play, that would have got in. Good rule of thumb is, if you want to align, you son of a bitch, you're on the wrong side of the field. But anyway, a good rule of thumb is definitely, you typically want to, do this opposite the running back, so the other defensive end typically gets in. So even though I'm out of position in coverage and my cornerback's not going over, we're just going to run like this anyway. And he's, they're just running the ball a lot. Come on, let's get some pass defensive plays. So like I said, I can run this, this is your average cover 2 look that a lot of people run online. You can get it out of this formation. And like I said, if you want to bring that safety down and mimic that mid blitz, I do that quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? I'll do that a lot. And like I said, they'll take the 5 yards. I don't get a tackle because the Patriots defense sucks, but they can have those couple of yards. So like I said, if I want to, and I do this like right here. There's 3 wide receivers to the right side and Gesicki's on the other side. So if I want to go ahead and try to confuse my opponent a little bit, bring this guy down, make it look like it's a man blitz once again, because that safety could easily be in that man. I can go ahead and I can do this. I just got to make sure that I get back and cover my zone. I don't know if pressure got there, but he got rid of that quick. So the last variation I run, and like I said, this is a cat and mouse game. You know what I mean? This whole formation is about confusing your opponent, making him think the blitz is coming even when it's not sometimes. You know what I mean? This is a really effective formation based off of that. So the last one I'm going to do is the cover 3 show 2. Let's go ahead and let's pick that. Random gun again. So all I'm really doing here, once again, I want my opponent to think that it's going to be a mid blitz. I don't have to worry about deep coverage like I do in the cover 2 when I bring the safety down, because this guy's going to do a curl flat. So what I'll do is I have my choice. I can either run it like this for extra coverage, or I can blitz and do the same thing, stand up my defensive end so I have somebody covering the middle, and then I'm really in a position where I can cover the middle or wherever I choose to, because I'm my job is outside, but I'm just really going to take away whatever I feel is necessary. So like I said, right here, he's going outside, got to be on that. You got to be Johnny on the spot. This is a very user-heavy defense. And then like I said, right there, you can see that you're getting that, that outside couple of yards. It's not something, I'm not worried about a couple of yards. Like I said, this play here is all about getting big plays on defense. So here we go. I'm taking away that middle, and boom, we get that pressure. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. So like I said, R1 down on the right stick. Stand up Flowers, and then like I said, I gotta be Johnny on the spot to get over there. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta get over where Amendola and Stills are. If they cut inside, then I don't have to go too far. As you can see, I take that away and he caught it anyway. Bullshit. Whatever. So spreading the line, R1 down on the right stick. Like I said, standing up Flowers is kind of important. These guys are out kind of far, so I might get in trouble here trying to get back to that. But like I said, I'm betting on the fact that they're typically going to cut inside anyway, and that was a wrong play. I don't know where that came from. I would say the cover 2 is probably the best coverage play. The cover. This is good deep coverage. I mean, like this is, if your opponent's throwing deep, this might be the way to go. If they're throwing over the middle a lot or throwing short routes to the outside, if they're throwing a lot of short passes, the cover 2 is the way to go. If they're showing a lot of deep passes, the cover 3 is the way to go. And then obviously the run defense is the man 1, and that must have been pressure because he got rid of that. So here we go, one more time. Keep manning the wrong guy. I should really be doing opposite of where I am, because I can cover the whole right side myself. But I don't really have to put that yellow zone where I am. I'll put that to the side where the slot receiver is. And I don't know where the yellow zone is. That's the thing. You can't trust the computer to do that yellow zone. So realistically, I would probably be doing a lot more cover 2. Like I said, this is not the best defense for short passing. Diagnose your opponent. If he's a short passing opponent, you're going to want to do the cover 2. If he's a deep passing opponent, you're going to want to do the cover 3. We all should be able to diagnose those players, pretty quickly. We all know what types they are. So here we go. I'll take it. He can have a couple yards. I'm not worried about that. Not quite getting the pressure from this defense like I would online either. So let's go ahead and let's move on. So Bears repeating one more time. 3 styles of defense. If you got an opponent that's running the ball a lot, mid blitz will handle that. I don't care what formation they come out in. You know what I'm saying? You can guess pass, it'll still work. Also, to me that's good for any scenario. But if somebody starts hitting slant and stuff like that, to start getting wise to it, then you switch over to the cover 2. This is best for short passing opponents. If you have an opponent that's trying to pick you apart, dink and dunk, this will take care of that. And then last but not least, if somebody's just trying to chuck it up the whole game, go into the cover 3 sky. So like I said, I run this exclusively. I can run this the entire game with no troubles, and to me it's the best defense in the game. So if you guys want to see more defensive plays or more plays out of my Patriots defensive ebook, let me know in the comments section with the like button. I'll do that. Other than that, thanks for watching Madden Money Shot out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.